Very few people get to work in a place as rugged and beautiful as this. I'm Chadden Hunter, a wildlife biologist, and these mountains are home to my study animals, the Gelada baboon. For the last 7 years, I've been studying this incredible primate. Following a group of over 300 monkeys, I've come to know their social system inside out. A male gelada can be a ferocious beast when it comes to defending his family. But this primate society is actually run by the women. These girls might be fierce and demanding, but they're dedicated mothers and will fight to the end for their children. And boy, have they got their hands full watching these little brats. But I still have some unanswered questions about the dangers facing gelada in these mountains. Not many people expect scenery like this in Africa. Even fewer people expect scenery like this in Ethiopia. Welcome to the Simien Mountains. At 14,000 feet, this is some of the most rugged and inhospitable terrain in Africa. And for me, these magical mountains have been home for the last 7 years. So I want to show you where I work every day. This is my office. The Simien Mountains of Ethiopia. Oh, Lamagaya. This is the best job in the world. But it's not the scenery that keeps me coming back. I'm a wildlife biologist, and the reason I'm here is to study the gelada baboon. And there's one family I'm particularly interested in. Samson's been a top male for over 3 years now. He has a family of 8 adult females who have chosen him as their family male. Being a family male in gelada society is stressful. On the one hand, Samson must make sure his females are happy, but on the other, he must deal with the constant threat of being unseated by rivals. As Samson slows down, other males will fight to steal his family from him, and the clock is ticking. I was stunned when I first came to Ethiopia 7 years ago. It's now the end of the wet season. It's lush and green. There are wildflowers everywhere. It's a fabulous place to do research, and tomorrow is when my real work begins. It's been months since I've seen Samson and his family, but I know where to find him. Samson spent the night in one of the most bizarre places you'll ever see a monkey sleep. Amazingly, gelada spent every night sleeping down on these sheer cliffs. This is the only place they feel safe from predators like leopards and hyenas that prowl the plateau at night. Such a spectacular landscape. These Simien Mountains are eroded into all these fantastic shapes, jagged peaks and spires and gorges. The reason why they look so different to other mountains is that whereas other mountains are built up, the Simiens have been created by erosion, they've been carved away. This was once one huge volcano. Then during the Ice Age, it was lashed by rain and hail and just carved into these fantastic shapes. It looks like a nightmare environment to live in, but it's exactly this kind of topography which is so crucial to the gelada's survival. These guys need to be master rock climbers. A fall from these cliffs would mean instant death. Can you believe it? In 7 years up here, I've never seen one fall. And here comes Samson and his family up for the morning. Never quite get my head around seeing monkeys in a setting like this. You come up to 10,000 feet in these cold mountains. It's all jagged and rocks. And here on an alpine meadow is hundreds of monkeys. It may look like just an ocean of monkey fur, but it's not. Gelada actually have one of the most complex social systems of any animal. And the basic building block of the gelada society is the family unit. The family unit is made up of related females, mothers, sisters, grandma and aunties, So as a female gelada, you get to grow up surrounded by your family. Everyone you interact with, you're related to. It makes for a very homey upbringing for a female gelada. And because all the girls stay together in a family that's related, it's called a matriline. And each one of these family units is a single matriline. The most stable, peaceful families are the small ones of about 4 or 5 females. Once you start getting to a size of about 7 or 8, that's when it really gets hard to keep everybody happy. And here is a female who knows all too well how difficult it is to keep a big family together, Samantha. Samantha is the matriarch of Samson's huge family. She rules over 8 adult females and Samson. Samantha's an iron-fisted old battle axe. As head of the household, she runs a tight ship and will not tolerate dissent. It's the girls who choose males in this society, and heaven help Samson if he fails to satisfy them. They'll turf him out and get a new one, and there are plenty of eligible bachelors around here to choose from. And they don't come much more eligible than Chewbacca. He's grown to be the size of Samson and is now desperate to breed. He has his eye on Samson's family and watches him with envy. Capturing 8 adult females would be a fantastic coup for Chewbacca, and he knows Samson is finding it hard to keep up with the demands of his girls. If Samson loses their support, Chewbacca will make his move. You can see one of Samson's females flicking through his hair there, grooming, getting little ticks and bits of debris out of the hair. This is such an important part of gelada social life. I can't tell you how important it is. This is what holds the society together. This is the glue, the grooming. So this first hour or 2 of the morning for gelada is the most important social time. For humans, we might do chatting in the morning over breakfast, but for gelada, it's all about the fingers in the fur. It's a tough job being head of the household, as Samson is finding out. Bachelors, unimpressed. Females, unimpressed. Australian judge, unimpressed. Not to mention you need to lose some weight. Yeah, I hope no one saw that too. After nearly 4 years, Samson's finding his family duties more difficult. After all, 12 is old for a gelada, and he's slowing down. Chewbacca is a powerful 8-year-old bachelor. He needs to gain access to some females to breed. He has his eye on Samson's girls, and Samson knows it. Time is running out for Samson. One of my absolute favourite things about geladas is the noises that they make. They're the most vocal monkey in the world. Gelada have the exact same vocal frequency as humans. That's one reason why their vocalizations sound so vivid to us. It sounds like a crowd chattering behind you. This amazing array of contact calls, all these and mumbles and groans and squeaks. They just have dozens and dozens of different sounds. It's the only way that I can record them all is to get them on the computer like this. Humans can change the tone of the sound that they make as they're speaking, saying yes, yes, yes. It has so many different meanings, and gelada are the only other animal that shares this ability. When I lay out their sounds on the computer like this, you can see these curved lines. Very unusual in the animal kingdom. Humans and gelada are amongst the very few species that can modulate the tone of a word as we're speaking. Wonderful, isn't it? I wish I could make sounds like that. I love it. Uh-oh. Here comes Chewbacca with the Bachelor gang. He's been really psyched up for a takeover for some time. With all the families here, this could get really interesting. This is make or break time for Samson. He'll have to pull off a masterstroke if he's to keep his family. A crowd has gathered. Samson tries an eyebrow threat. That won't be enough to deter Chewbacca. This could get interesting. Chewbacca's circling near Samson's family, choosing his moment. In he goes! Everyone scatters. The crowd are on the edge of their seats. Samson's looking nervous, scratching himself. Loss of appetite, all signs of stress. The other males are gathering up their females, keeping them close, protecting them from Chewbacca. But Chewbacca's eye is elsewhere. He wants Samson's family. Chewbacca's primed. Here he goes. The final push for Samson's family. Samson runs. Chewbacca's after him. All Samson's females are watching. Oh, come on, Samson. This really could be his last chance to impress these girls. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Forget ritual, this is the real thing. I've been watching this challenge go on for days. Chewbacca's just been pounding and pounding Samson. He's just relentless. He really looks beat.